Welcome back to Bristow Daily Homes. Ryan here again. Hope everybody had a great Monday. So I wanted to talk briefly today to you guys about interest rates. I currently have a couple clients right now that I've had similar discussions with. Many people are thinking, oh, interest rates have come up, quite a bit in the last 6 months, and I think that maybe we should wait until the spring and maybe they can come back down. But I think the reality of what's going on, and many people are finding this out, is they're actually trending back upward. And the likelihood of them coming back down into the 3% level is probably slim to none. When you just think about it, would banks really want to lend out at 3% levels? Is it really beneficial for them to do that? And if they are lending at 3% levels, how picky do you think they're going to be about the type of borrowers and the type of loans that they're giving out? Obviously, the Federal Reserve has been buying mortgage-backed securities. They're buying about 80% of those. Now, what that means is that they're really the only ones buying mortgage-backed securities, and they're actually able to suppress interest rates. However, there's been much talk of them tapering. The new Fed chair, Janet Yellen, who will probably take Ben Bernanke's place early next year, has said that she intends to keep this policy in place for a while, but I don't think that that's necessarily going to be enough to shift interest rates back into the 3% level. So, back to one of my current clients. Just about a week ago, he had gotten pre-approved for a $500,000 loan, and the interest rate at that point in time, he was getting I believe it was a no mortgage insurance loan. He was financing the mortgage insurance into the rate, so the rate was probably about, let's just say, 5 to 5.25, which is really the equivalent of like 4.25 without with mortgage insurance. And then now, in just about a week's time, the rate is now between 5.25 and 5.5, and that just changes his payment, $100+. And it really, brings you back to the question of, okay, do I just look at where I'm at today? And if everything is lines up, if I can afford the payment, if everything makes sense, then you go ahead and move forward with the transaction and not try to gamble with the interest rates and figure out where they're going to go. Worst case scenario, interest rates were to flush back down to 3%, but then you bought it, high 4s to 5%, whatever type of loan you're taking out. You can always refinance back into a lower 30-year fixed after the fact. So I really, the point of this story is really to tell you guys to make decisions based upon today. Don't worry about where you think interest rates are going to go, because nobody has that crystal ball, and 90% of what's going on with mortgage interest rates right now is manipulation by the Federal Reserve. Good luck trying to actually, figure out what's going to come at the beginning of next year once Janet Yellen takes place. I mean, I could prognosticate and say what I think is going to happen, and chances are interest rates should probably stay in the same range that they've been at, and they should probably do that for the next, couple years. But nobody knows. And there's nothing worse than actually getting priced out of the market because you've waited an extra month or 2 or 3, and interest rates have shifted up 1/4 to 1/2 point, and now you can no longer afford the $500,000 house. Now you can only afford the $450,000 house. So just some food for thought there. Make your decision based upon today and not next year. If you do that, you just pretty much never can go wrong. Now on to today's listing. We only have one. It's 13451 Dairy Court. It's located in the Kingsbrooke subdivision. It's a standard sale, detached colonial, 4 bedrooms, 2 full baths, 2 half baths. It's on 0.173 of an acre. It's got about 2,561 square feet total, 2,000 on the main 2 levels. So this is a relatively smaller house. It was built in 1997. Just off the bat, looking at the price and the square footage at $445, I think it's definitely overpriced. We'll get into the pictures here in a second. This looks like the covered porch area off the back of the house. As you can see, this is the family room. It does have a fireplace there. It does have some wallpaper around the top. There's the kitchen, eat-in kitchen area, and then here's the kitchen, which I'm trying to figure out what type of countertops those are. It looks like just like a Formica countertop. White appliances, standard builder grade cabinets. So really no upgrades here. White appliances. Nothing that's going to blow you away. There's some hardwood floors throughout here on the main level. Upstairs, the bedrooms. Looks like hardwood's upstairs as well. So that's the one nice upgrade of this house, is it does have hardwood floors throughout. This is the garage area, and this is the basement, which needs to be updated as well. It has some of the paneling halfway up the wall there. And looks like this was used as a workshop down there. And there's the deck, the covered porch area off the back. Nothing that really blows me away by any means. And I did want to show you that the other ones that are active in there. There's another one for $435, and this is similar square footage, 2,425. It's an unfinished basement, but it's got 400 square feet more above grade living space, which is most of the time what the appraisers are going to count more of. And then we also have this other one on Falcon View that sold back in August for $425, and this was 3,500 square feet total with 2,400 on the main 2 levels. So I definitely feel like that they're overpriced. They should definitely be probably down into that $425, $430 range, just based because there's not really many updates. It's an average lot. It's an average house overall with basic builder grade. Kitchen and bathrooms. The hardwood floors is the main one upgrade that they do have, but the square footage is small. I mean, we've reviewed tons of townhouses now over in Avondale, or actually Stillhaven, sorry, and in Stillhaven, where they're 2,600 square feet with a 1 or 2 car garage. So, and you can get those around the 380,000 marker. Now, granted, this is a detached house, but I would just expect a little bit more. And with the amount of space that you're going to get, I just feel that there's better bang for your buck out there. With that being said, guys, if there's anything that we've reviewed over the last week or so, or just like I said, you want to get a tour of all of the Bristow neighborhoods, we'd be glad to do that. Reach out and schedule an appointment, 703-596-0011. Or visit our website, bristowdailyhomes.com, and contact us on the right-hand side over there. Have a fantastic Tuesday, guys, and we'll be back tomorrow.